Press pause, put the controller down. It's time to talk about the gaming industry. My name is TJ Leo.
And I didn't think of anything funny to say this week.
That's okay. You didn't last week either.
Yeah.
That's all right.
It has to be a surprise. It can't just be every week, or else people will know.
Exactly. This is episode 35 of Press Pause, a gaming podcast. How are you, my friend?
All right. Mostly because we've had a fairly quiet news week in the gaming industry.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard about any massive layoffs or cancellations or shutdowns or any shenanigans like that.
Well, you must have missed a few things.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Was there something that I missed? Oh, no.
Well, you're going to hear it for the first time on the show.
Oh, crap.
Bummer.
Crap.
Yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, it is a very slow news week. It's been one of those slower news weeks for sure.
Yeah, but
that's okay. We have lots to talk about anyway.
Yep.
We have a packed show.
You? How have you been?
I'm good. The weather has been weird, up and down like crazy.
Yep.
Half the time it's below zero, half the time it's above zero. It was beautiful out today, though. Gorgeous.
Still lots of snow on the ground.
Still lots of snow.
In
It's
March.
all melting, but yeah. I mean, the seasons just don't have set dates. They just don't. Not anymore. Went to the chiropractor this week.
Oh yeah.
And I got the have you seen the stuff on YouTube, the Y strap?
No.
Adjustment? Ooh, that's fun. I got that done for the first time. So it's basically like a head strap.
Okay.
They put in and they put it here, and then they they lay you down about halfway down the table, and they pull. Like I'm laying down. Like obviously can't show you that part, but they do that and then they yank real quick.
That seems questionable.
It does, but it's not like a. It's hard to describe, but it's supposed to straighten your and release the whatever.
Very scientific.
Yeah, I don't have the words for it at the moment, but it felt weird. But yeah, look up Y strap adjustment on YouTube, and you'll see what I mean. I did not get the full enchilada though. He went about 30% of normal strength.
Okay.
Because it's a little awkward. I felt a little lightheaded afterwards, which he said was probably going to happen. But man, I feel great this week. Those adjustments, man, they make all the difference.
Yeah,
especially
I'm looking at a video of it. This definitely looks questionable.
It does look questionable, but it feels great. But you definitely don't want to have someone do it who doesn't know what they're doing.
No,
that's for sure.
No, they're yanking on your fucking neck.
Yeah. But let me tell you, man, the relief I get from going there now is man, I feel so much better. Especially podcasting. Like usually after the podcasts, my back is killing me after doing like especially like a 3.5 hour podcast.
Yeah, we're sitting and we can't really get up and move around.
No, can't really take breaks on a podcast. Pretty tough.
Well, I mean, technically could. We do have a pause function, but
we do. This is true. But then it takes that much longer to actually do the show, and it's like, then you lose momentum as well and stuff like that. So best to just keep going, But I feel vastly improved the more I go back after the podcasts are recorded. So very, very enjoyable. What else? Anything else this week? Obviously, some crazy political stuff, which this is not a political podcast, so won't bring that stuff up. But the state of North America continues to be questionable at best.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's very, very scary stuff. So I always look forward to the show, this one and Wrestling Renaissance, to take my mind off.
Yeah, you've had a whole bunch of those recently. Didn't you put out like 3 in the last 10 days or something?
Let's see. Yes.
Yeah, you put out one. It was either today or like last night.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because
So,
I was scrolling. I was scrolling through BlueSky and I hadn't scrolled for a while, so I don't know if it was posted last night or today. But
yeah, we did one last Thursday or Friday last week, and then we did one on this past Sunday, and then we did one uh yesterday.
yeah,
It just kind of happened to be multiple pay-per-views.
yeah,
We're kind of back to back, so
yeah.
we had
Also,
some-
you do like a before and an after show, basically, where you talk about what you think is going to happen, and then you talk about what did happen.
what did happen.
So it makes
Yeah.
sense that those come out kind of close together.
Yeah, and it's two different companies, so sometimes
Yeah.
they're back to back
Yeah.
weekends. Normally we do a combined episode, like a predictions and a results one for the two. But we wanted to get up the results show for last weekend's pay-per-view as quickly as possible because it was something.
Okay.
It was something. I mean, you've heard of Cena, John
Yeah.
Cena.
Oh, yeah.
He turned bad guy for the first time in 20 years on last Saturday. So it was quite the
Well, he's
event.
isn't he retiring soon?
This is his retirement year. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got to turn heel at some point just to say that he's done it.
Just to say that he's done it, I guess so.
Mhm.
Yeah. But it was quite the thing, and it was in Toronto.
Yeah. Also,
I hope they,
retirement until they pull him out in 10
Yeah.
years when viewership is lagging.
I think this one's real. I think his best days are definitely behind him. I mean, maybe
Yeah, but
this
you
year
could
might be
also
crazy,
say that
but-
about Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair, and they keep coming back.
Well, they should stay retired.
Yeah.
Especially Flair and Hogan.
Oh my God, Flair is in. I don't see how they can pull that man out. He is
Now, to be
decrepit.
fair, he's retired from WWE. All the wrestling he's done since he retired is outside of WWE because they won't let him. They're like,
Oh.
no. They're like, no, you could have a heart attack and die in the ring. We're not having that kind of
Yeah.
liability on our hands. Sorry. Yeah, he's done it in like smaller companies. But yeah, last weekend was fantastic. Wrestling is great. I love wrestling. Yeah, go watch Wrestling Renaissance. Great show. Very fun show. All right, let's get to some housekeeping. As always, we are on Spotify. If you want to have the audio only version of the show, the link is in the description. Also, apologies to our audio listeners. I didn't really think about this until very recently, but we played a game last week that was all about screenshots.
Yeah. I was just thinking
And,
about that.
The audio listeners have no clue what we were looking
Absolutely zero context for
And
what was
guess
going
what?
on.
We're playing it again this week. So
We sure are. It was fun.
Yeah, come on
We
in.
killed it last week. We got all of them.
All of them. Yeah. And I think we didn't take any more than 3 screenshots.
Something like that.
I think was the maximum that we took per game. But yeah, so if you're missing out, like I'm not going to cut that out of the show for the audio listeners. But if you want to have much more context for what's going on there, definitely check out our video version on YouTube because it's really cool. All right, sir, what have you been playing this week, if anything?
Nothing new. Just working, progressing through Stalker.
Yeah, still loving it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I re-downloaded it
Mhm.
to see if there was like vast improvements,
Mhm.
and I have something bad to report.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what they did, but it runs worse. than it did.
Oh no.
The frame rate is choppy as hell.
Oh no.
And as soon as I saw that, I was like, well, they may have improved the combat and AI awareness and stuff like that, but I can't handle 30 frames per second or
Yeah,
less.
if it's chugging, that's a problem. Also,
Yeah.
there is an issue that I don't remember if it was introduced in this patch or the one before it, but it was not an issue before. Rain comes into buildings now.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
It didn't used to do that.
That's an issue.
It used
How do
to
they
be,
break something like that? That's
I don't
so
know.
weird.
I don't know. It was working fine before, but now it comes through rooftops, but only certain rooftops. Um, some, like if you're underground, the rain doesn't come through. So it's not just a case of it clipping through the entire world geometry. Like something stops it.
Yeah, something has been
But,
removed.
but yeah, like whatever flag that said, hey, don't render the rain effects in this
Weird.
region or whatever has seemingly has been disabled. Because now,
Oh man.
I mean, I can understand it in buildings that have like broken rooftops.
Or like barns.
Yeah, stuff like that. And there are
Yeah.
places in the game where there will be like partial roof cave-ins or
Mm-hmm.
like there'll be like skylights that have been shattered. And there
Yep.
it makes perfect sense. And it doesn't always line up with the exact shape of the opening in the rooftop. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know,
That's
I get it.
yeah.
It's atmospheric. But when it's coming through all or almost all rooftops, even the fully intact ones, it's like, yeah, okay, they broke something.
Definitely broke something. Yes,
Uh,
and definitely broke something on the Xbox version. That's for sure.
yeah, that's
I'll check
weird.
in again with it. And I'll just do it another 6 months from now. Every 6 months, I'll give it another shot and
Yeah.
see, how it's improved. But yeah, that was kind of disappointing. That being said, though, I did play some other stuff. I went back on my PlayStation and downloaded Far Cry Primal. Do you remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
It's the one that takes place in like 10,000 BC when you're like a caveman.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wow, they never patched this for 60 frames per second. This is
Oh.
unplayable.
Oh, dear.
And then I looked it up online and I'm like, did Far Cry Primal really not get a patch? And then I found out that on Xbox Series, it was part of the backwards compatibility program. So it's 60 frames per second on Xbox
Ah.
because of their FPS boost
Ah.
system on Xbox Series. So I went over on
Yeah.
Xbox and I was like, oh, I love this game.
Oh, okay.
This is what I remember.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am just starting Far Cry Primal on Xbox. So I'll have more to talk about in the future. But I think that is one of the most underrated Far Cry games, personally.
Yeah, and it was kind of cool because they talk about they invented a fictional primitive language for that game.
Yeah.
Elias Tefexis, who is a voice actor in that game, also the voice of Adam Jensen in the Deus Ex games. He used to, when like right after that came out, he would post a lot on social media talking about what went into that and how they taught it to him so that he could act in it, because it's a pretty involved process to invent a language.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let alone speak it.
Yeah, and then to have to be able to act in it. So I always thought that was kind of cool. Also, isn't it a prehistoric version of the Far Cry 5 map or something?
That I don't know. I'd have to check them. I haven't explored enough of the map.
Yeah.
I can't zoom out far enough yet to really understand how big the map is or the shape of it or anything like that. That would be kind of cool. I don't think so though, because you know what? No, it's not, because Far Cry Primal takes place in Central Europe, and Far Cry 5 is in America.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you're thinking of Far Cry 4, maybe, because I think
I've read that it was hey, this is a prehistoric version of the area from one of these previous games.
Far Cry 4 was in the Himalayas, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you might be thinking of Far Cry New Dawn, maybe. Because New Dawn was...
I know that's a sequel to
5.
Yeah.
So it was the same map, just reworked.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
But good to know that I can play at 60 frames per second. It really sucks that there was no PS5 patch. It's really stupid.
Yeah, it's weird. Do they just not do that for the PlayStation? Do they not offer any kind of performance?
They do, but it's up to the publisher or the developer.
Oh,
they have to patch it.
Weird that they would do it for one platform but not the other.
Well, no. So on Xbox, the FPS boost program is from Xbox itself.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all
Xbox's
right.
backwards compatibility program included FPS boost to older games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now I
So
get it.
Ubisoft just never updated Far Cry Primal for some
All
reason,
right.
which is weird because they did a 60 frames per second 4K boost to Assassin's Creed, the
One of
England
them.
one, the England one. Yeah,
Shit.
I should know
Uh,
this. I love the series. Is it behind me? Syndicate.
Syndicate. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So why they didn't do Primal, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it didn't sell well, but if you haven't
Maybe.
played Far Cry Primal, guys, it's great. Go play it. I also played the first two levels of, and I still don't know how to pronounce it because they don't say it in the game. Nico Derico,
Okay.
or maybe Nico Dorico. I don't know. It's that mascot platformer game that looks very much like Donkey Kong Country Returns,
Ah, okay.
where you play as like a, I don't know, some sort of anthropomorphic creature with a mohawk. And I can confirm after playing the first two levels that it is exactly what we thought it was, which is a Donkey Kong Country Returns like, in visual style, in gameplay, basically everything.
Yeah.
And it's good, and it's not easy. I will say,
Oh, really?
no, it is not. I mean, Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze are not easy games; they're very hard. But yeah, it's not easy. But I'm enjoying it. I'm probably gonna. I mean, I only got the trial, so it's only an hour long, and I've played two levels, so I might be able to squeeze out a third one, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's got everything. Like, it's down to the wire. Donkey Kong Country Returns. It's even got like the letters
Oh, yeah.
that you have to find. Nico, Niko. You gotta find them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's enjoyable. Great visuals, nice music, plays well. I like it. It needs a run button though. Unless I'm stupid and I haven't figured out what the run button is.
Well, it should just do a thing where the further you push the stick, the faster you go.
It should. It feels a little slow.
Yeah.
Oh, the only thing they've really added is there's a wall jump. So you can do wall jumping. And you have like a little leaf that you can break out to glide.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, it's Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I'll probably pick it up at some point if it ever goes like on super sale.
But he's got a cool like jacket with a lightning bolt. It's so 90s.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and it's co-op too, which is kind of cool. Although I've never really been like a co-op side-scrolling person. I
Yeah,
feel like you just get in each other's way.
it's a difficult thing to do.
I mean, if you could play it like split screen, I feel like it might be more enjoyable because then you don't have to worry about like, oh, he's at the edge of the screen. My buddy's at the edge of the screen. I got to slow down or I got to speed up. You know.
Yeah,
I
it's a tricky thing to do. Like New Super Mario Brothers is like half the fun in that is just fucking around with the other players. But
Mhm.
like when you're trying to play seriously, it's
Yeah,
it's
tough.
a bit of a different story there.
Which I think is where some of the inspiration for the Hazelight Studios games came from.
Mm,
Where it's like people love co-op, but they hate being like not tethered to each other, but like they don't want to have to always worry about what the other person's doing.
yeah.
And those games, pretty much. I mean, you still have to communicate, but it's not like you have to pay attention to what the other person's doing constantly.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a lot of work, especially for something like New Super Mario Brothers, where you've got 4 players.
oh, it's too many.
Like trying to track yourself and the enemies and the environment, and then
And you can
3
bounce
other
off each
players.
other too.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, it's too much.
Yeah,
It's too
if
much.
I think you could probably do 2-player like that if both players were very different colors and different shapes. So like Mario and Luigi, fine. But
Yeah,
in New Super Mario Brothers, you've got the 2 Toads who are just different colors, and it's like
yeah.
they've got different colored spots on their hats. It's not even like they're
It's
full.
not
Yeah,
blatant. Yeah.
no. So I think you could add 1 more element to that, but 3 more elements that
Mhm.
can collide with you is because like
Yeah.
the jumping off of other people's heads is something that can be helpful for reaching hard to reach places.
True.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a tricky thing.
It's tricky. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the only other thing Nico Dorico or Nico Dorico does uniquely is that it sometimes transitions into a 3D. Like, so it's you're doing side scrolling, and then all of a sudden you have to walk into the foreground.
Oh, like a Crash Bandicoot kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of. But it's like a real 3D environment. Like you can walk around and like you have to like go on. You can go under stuff. Like it's almost like a Super Mario 3D kind of scenario. You can't turn the camera. It's fixed camera though. So kind of a combination of Crash and like a 3D platformer.
Sure,
it's pretty cool though. Yeah, it even has like the barrels from Donkey Kong.
Oh my god,
that like shoot you around and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty egregious.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's like if Nintendo's not going to make them, someone else can. You know what I'm saying? Why not take advantage of it? And then the other game I've been playing, I started playing. So I've talked about how my buddy and I always have a co-op game. We're always looking for the next one that we're going to get hooked on. And we got Grounded.
Yeah.
The Obsidian game I mentioned that we were going to try out. We played it for, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours. And pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good. I'm liking it. It is not a game for people with arachnophobia.
Oh yeah.
It is scary as hell. Like I'm not deathly afraid of spiders, but their movement creeps me the F out.
Yeah, the movement is creepy. They
legs,
got a lot of legs.
Yeah, just and like the first time I saw a giant spider in that game, I was like, nope, going the other way.
Well, technically, what you saw was a regular size spider, but
yes, that's true. Yes, it's a Honey I Shrunk the Kids situation for sure. Yeah, we conquered an anthill. That was cool. We've built a base. That's fun. I think I still definitely prefer Valheim over this game, but I will say that visually Grounded is unreal in terms of its fidelity and its color and reflections, like everything. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, you'd want to get that correct for a game like that. If you're going to be spending a lot of time outside in an environment, you're going to want to make sure that like the foliage looks good and like the water looks good and all that stuff, which is something that game developers have gotten really good at doing, and they've been really good at for quite a while. So
yep, it's absolutely a visual feast.
It would be more surprising if they screwed it up than if they did it really well, because it's just one of those things that is like, I'm not saying that it's easy to do, but I'm saying that the people who know how to do it have known how to do it for a while now.
And it's Obsidian; they're pretty good at environmental, storytelling. And also the game's been out for
a while.
3 years, 4 years, maybe
something like that.
Yeah, it's been a while. But yeah, enjoying it. We need more time with it. We still haven't faced a spider yet. Every time we see one, we head in the opposite direction because they're like tier 2 baddies. So we've taken out ants. We've taken out. We got chased by a stink bug one time. That was fun.
That's a funny thing to say out of context.
Yeah, we got chased by a stink bug. Yeah. But man, yeah, the first time I went around a corner and saw a wolf spider. Oh, God. It's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. But cool game. Can't wait to play more.
What you need to do is you need to find a paper clip and then wind it up into a ball so it's like one of those things from American Gladiators. Like the roll cage balls that they had on that show.
Yeah. Keep me away from that thing. Yeah. It does have an arachnophobia mode where you can like lower the amount of legs it has and like the beady eyes and stuff. Like you can edit what it looks like. Yeah. You can limit it all the way down to just a floating ball. Where it's just this ball that floats towards you. I feel like
that would be worse. Because now you have to deal with the orb.
The orb of death. Yeah. I haven't changed any of the settings.
I'm shrunk. I've got all these giant bugs, and now I've got the fucking floating eye things from Manhunter New York.
Or Zelda. Yeah.
Shout out to anybody who knows what I'm talking about without
I've heard of
looking
that
it up.
movie, but I don't think I've seen it though. Yeah, so enjoying that. I can't help but when I play these games think of Valheim though, because Valheim was just so good.
Yeah,
just so excellent, and it's still not out yet, and it makes me sad.
The game's been out for like 3 years, but it's not out yet.
It's not finished. Yeah, it's not V1, and I need it to be on PlayStation. Ugh. All right. Well, that's all I've been really playing, I think. Been casually playing Slay the Spire again for some reason.
Yeah, sure.
The game is unforgiving though. Really, really unforgiving. You get on a roll and you're like, yeah, I'm dominating. And then all of a sudden you meet someone who just fucks you up. And you're like, there was nothing I could do. And that sucks. That's not a good feeling in video games. But yet I keep coming back. Just glutton for punishment, I guess.
Well.
All right, let's move on. We have no letter this week, but we do have Happy Birthday Video Games. It's that first episode of the month, so let's...
I mean, technically, the episode that we recorded, I believe, went up on the first of the month, even though we recorded it like the last day of February.
The last day, yeah.
So...
technically the first recorded episode in March. And there's a lot of stuff in March, so let's get into it. 10 years ago, happy birthday to Helldivers 1. Not a great game, honestly. Helldivers 2, pretty
killing
good.
It with the sequel, though.
Yeah, killing it with the sequel.
It's a Burnout situation. Burnout 1 and 2, people were like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's
and
fine.
Then with Burnout 3, they're like, what if we did this? And everybody's like, yes.
Mind-blowing.
Very much so, please.
Yeah. The third-person shooter way of doing things was much better than the top-down isometric view of the first game. Also, happy birthday to Cities Skylines. To this date, the best city builder, or Sim City-like, I should say, more than a city builder of all time, in my opinion. Not the sequel, though. Apparently,
yeah.
Sequel is not doing well, and the console version of City Skylines 2 has been delayed indefinitely.
Okay.
So
they still haven't patched that thing yet.
I don't know what they're doing, man. I don't know what happened. Happened. Very strange situation. I haven't really read up on a whole lot about it, but I just know that it's still not good.
Odd. Very,
very strange. Maybe the only thing I can think of is maybe the team that did the original City Skylines had moved on by this time, and maybe. They're like they have a whole new team and they don't know, or they just aimed too high with how much they needed to simulate. I don't know.
Who knows?
Also, happy birthday to Ori and the Blind Forest.
Ah, yes, another one that you like.
Absolutely fantastic game. Absolutely fantastic. One of the most visually amazing games I've ever played. Great Metroidvania. It's fantastic. Highly recommend it to anyone who has not played Ori and the Blind Forest. And the sequel, Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Will of the Wisps.
Yeah, also a great game. Also, happy birthday to Pillars of Eternity.
Yes.
I didn't I think I've talked about it on the show before. I've played it, but it's not my type of game. It's very much the Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 style type RPG, active combat with pausing. I'm just not a fan of that. Also, happy birthday to Axiom Verge. Remember this one? The Metroidvania. Great game. Fantastic. Amazing music. So good. Axiom Verge 2. Didn't do it for me. I don't know what happened with that one, but Axiom Verge is fantastic. And finally, turning 10 years old as well. Happy birthday, and my sincerest apologies.
To
Bloodborne.
Oh, that hurts. That game's been out 10 years, and I've still not played it.
And it still hasn't been patched or remade or remastered or anything.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah.
All right. So happy birthday for those 10 years old. Let's look at 20 years old. Going back. Happy birthday, Phantom Dust. Remember
Oh
that game for
man.
Xbox?
Yeah, remember when they were going to remake it, and then they it turns out wasn't that canceled by the time they showed it off? Like it had
I
been
think they,
canceled
I
internally.
think, yeah, I think they canceled it and they just re-released it in like a remastered edition, like instead of it being a full-on remake
Yeah.
or sequel. Never actually played Phantom. I mean, I think I may have played it for like 10 minutes, but I didn't understand it at the time. But it's got a lot of fans. Also turning 20 years old. Happy birthday, Time Splitters Future Perfect.
That's the only one that I haven't played.
It's probably the best one. Honestly.
I just never got around to it.
Time Splitters 1's definitely the worst. It's practically an arcade game. It's not. There's like no story.
Yeah, Time Splitters 1 I played, and well, that was one of the first shooters I ever played that used dual analog, so I wasn't used to that at that point. But I also just remember it being like not amazing.
Yeah, it's not.
It was okay.
Yeah,
but it didn't like.
But 2 just blew it out of the water.
Yeah, two is incredible. 2 is so good. It still holds up as well.
Yep. So is Future Perfect. It's great. Also turning 20 years old. Happy birthday to the original God of War.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. No, that one actually makes a lot of sense. That does feel like a game that belongs 20 years ago.
Yeah. Great game though.
It was okay.
The only thing I didn't like about the God of War original trilogies was like you have these amazing animations for death, for killing the enemies, but no matter what way you have them turned, it forces the animation to turn to the exact same camera angle every time you do that like animation. It's like, why did they do that? Why didn't you just let me see it from whatever camera angle that I was looking? Like, why?
Yeah,
it was annoying, and they did it in all of them. Ugh, so annoying.
I will say that game did give me one of the genuinely most frantic and exciting moments I've ever had in a video game, which is there's a spot in God of War 1. I don't remember how far it is into the game, but there's a moment in that game where you're in a hallway with a wall that's closing in behind you, and the hallway is packed with enemies. And so you just have to fucking kill your way through them as fast as you can.
And that rampage through it.
That was one of the biggest oh shit moments I've ever had in a game. And it was like really, really exciting.
Yep,
and
I remember that.
I managed to get through it, and I was like, oh shoot, fuck. That was good. Don't ever do that to me again, but that was good.
Yeah. Yeah, that was I remember that very clearly. Great moment.
I always really hated the story of that game. Like
Kratos, it's not the highlight.
Kratos is such a bitch. He's like, "Oh, I'm such a badass warrior. Oh no, I died." And instead of being the badass warrior and accepting that I was beaten, I'm gonna go, "No, that's not fair. Hey, Ares, give me super cool powers, and I'll be your bitch." And then I'll
kill you.
Yeah, and then he beats the guy and he's like, "Oh, I'm so strong." No, you aren't, motherfucker. You died. He killed you. You're only back because Ares, And then he kills his family. It's like, it's Ares' fault. No, motherfucker, it's your fault. Did you open your eyes when you were doing your fucking sword tornado in that temple? No, you didn't.
Sword tornado.
That's what he did. He just takes the swords and he starts spinning around and killing everybody.
It's true.
I remember the game hasn't even started yet. I'm still watching the introduction and I'm going, this is the guy I'm supposed to say, oh yeah, I'm on his side. He's the hero. No, this guy's a fucking asshole and he deserves everything bad that happened to him.
Yeah, no, I think it was less. I don't think you were ever supposed to feel sorry for him. I think it was always supposed to be, at least to me, the way I took it was a game to let out your inner rage.
I guess, but it's you are objectively the bad guy in this game, and that's fine. But it's like
he's the bad guy in all three of them, for sure, or four, I guess.
Could you at least make it so that the game doesn't portray him as a hero? Like the narrative doesn't it feels like everything is written to justify his actions. It's like, no,
Yeah,
no,
nothing was justified.
there's no justifying that. At least with the sequel series, they acknowledge that, and Kratos acknowledges that. He's like, man, I was a huge piece of shit. I don't even want my son to know that he's a god, because that shit messed me up. It made me an even bigger dick than I already was.
Yeah. No, the sequel series is definitely better from a narrative standpoint for sure. Although you do feel bad about it all at the end of God of War 3. I don't know if you ever finished it, but fighting Zeus, yeah, it definitely makes you feel like an asshole on purpose. But also, happy birthday to Splinter Cell Chaos Theory.
Good game.
That was the one with spies versus mercs. Which I sadly never got to play.
Really? Like the whole game, or just spies versus mercs?
Spies versus mercs, because back then, I don't know. Something prevented me from playing it, and I don't remember what it was.
Weird. It was fun.
I think I may have played it on PlayStation instead for some stupid reason, or GameCube maybe.
Oh yeah,
and there's no online in those.
Yeah,
games.
there's no online.
So that may have been the reason.
Yeah, I played it because I played.
I heard
it
was
Xbox.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot of fun. I will say, because I've actually played Spies versus Mercs, because Pandora Tomorrow had it as well. The second game, and I played that on PC because there was a demo for it on PC, and I was terrible as the spy with mouse and keyboard, because this was before you had good controller support. It was fine as the merc, because the merc is first person. The spy is third person. It was just kind of weird to do the spy stuff with mouse and keyboard, but with a controller on the Xbox, it was great. Yep.
Yeah, no, very good game. I wonder if we'll ever get the Splinter Cell remake or whatever they're doing with it.
I wonder if we'll ever get Michael Ironside back.
Yeah. I wonder if Ubisoft will even survive the next year.
Yeah. The next 6 months.
Yeah. Also turning 20 years old, The Matrix Online.
Oh, man.
What a travesty.
I just...
Cool idea. Terrible execution.
I guess, but like...
I played it, so I know. Like, I wanted to like it.
Like, I understand the reasoning behind making it an MMO. And that is, well, the Matrix is a virtual world where lots of people are connected. So that's an MMO. And it's like,
makes sense.
Yeah, but do you really need to make a Matrix MMO? Like, that's a game that's best suited to sort of Max Payne style gun fu, you know?
I feel like at the time, though, MMOs were like the rage.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean it was a good idea.
Oh, no, not at all. No. It probably could have been a good idea if they figured out a way to make it work, but it was terrible. And then
You know what I could see being decent is like a Matrix squad-based game. Like you get 4 people together and you do operations in the Matrix.
Yeah. I could think of a lot of good ways to do a good Matrix game. They just never did it.
Well, I mean, the Enter the Matrix was okay. It was okay. It was okay. It was okay for the time.
Yeah. It does not hold up at all. It
had issues. It even had issues back then.
Yeah.
But it was at the time.
It was a fine rental.
Yeah. It was an excellent rental. It was the kind of thing that you could rent and be like, I can do this in a weekend.
Yep.
And
in fact, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I did.
Yeah. The thing is, as far as movie tie-in games go, I will always... I've said this on the show before. I will always respect that game for actually being a legitimate tie-in and not an afterthought of like, oh, we can slap the movie's name on this and make more money. It's like, no, we're going to do this, but we're actually going to have a reason to do this. It's going to have a narrative, connection to the movie instead of just being, hey, play through the movie.
Yeah, no, it was a good idea for sure. just like Lord of the Rings, The Third Age.
Oh yeah.
Also a really cool concept of it's not the movie, but it
No.
plays alongside that movie.
Mhm.
Kind of a cool thing. And then finally, turning 20 years old, the PSP
Oh yeah.
and its launch lineup, which I don't have, but yeah.
Well,
Happy birthday, PSP.
technically, wasn't the PSP released in Japan in 2004? Because I'm pretty sure it came out on my birthday.
Yeah. This was the North American release.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So happy birthday to all of those turning 20 years old.
PSP is a good system, man. Lots of good games on it.
Yeah, it was good. I was not a fan of the was it UMD? Is that what it was
Yeah,
called?
that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
But
mini discs.
I mean the system itself was pretty powerful. Very portable, befitting its name, and a lot of good games on it.
Yeah, I have two sitting right back there. Patapon and a WWE game.
Yeah,
which I'm sure was not
if
good.
only they'd shown the same kind of love to the Vita.
Man, the Vita, great system. Great system. And then finally, turning 30 years old.
Ooh.
We're at the 30 marks. Two absolute legends are turning 30 years old this month. Panzer Dragoon.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the best games of all time. And maybe one of my personal favorite games of all time. Chrono Trigger.
I knew you were going to say Chrono Trigger. I knew that was coming. Still holds up. I mean, that I did that playthrough just a few months ago. And still as good today as it was back then.
Man, that might be close to perfect.
It is basically the perfect video game.
Yeah. Like, if you were to ask me, be critical of Chrono Trigger. We're like, yeah, I got nothing.
I can be critical of Chrono Trigger. It's a nitpick, but I can be.
Do it. Do it.
There is a slight pacing issue around the time that, spoilers for a now 30-year-old game, when Chrono dies and then when you revive him, it feels like you've suddenly just jumped to the end of the game, because you kind of have. That feels like something that could have benefited from one more leg of the story before you could just go straight to the end of the game.
That's fair.
There are side quests that you can do. There's one for each character, and those are great. Those are optional, though. Narratively, it just feels like, oh man, we've hit this this bump in the road. One of our friends has died. Well, we got him back. Okay, now let's go. Let's go finish the game. It's like, I just think it could have used one more story required quest in there to then set up the end of the game, because it kind of feels like you go from one big moment immediately to another big moment with no time to build up the next big moment. Because it's the end of the game. It's weird to back those two major things without some breathing room in between. But that's that's the only complaint I've got.
And I mean, they do give you the option of finishing the game in 17 different ways, which is cool. So technically, you could do the Black Omen, and that would kind of be a build up, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I understand what you mean, though. I can see that being a good critique. The only critique I could probably give you is I dread every time I play that game. I absolutely dread the race.
Oh yeah.
In the future, because I screw it up all the time.
I always not that hard.
I always come this close to winning, and I'm like, great, got to do that again.
You just got to get in front of him. You just got to get in front of him.
I know.
And he just keeps bumping you from behind, and he can't get past you. That's it.
Yeah, I can't keep that momentum going for the whole race, though. I end up losing him at some point.
Oh, the other thing you got to do is you got to save one of your boosts for the very end, because it's not a real race. It's like a massively rubber banded mini game.
Yeah, it's just a giant rubber band the whole time.
Yeah. So what you've got to do is make sure that you're either in front of him the whole time, or
Right at the last second.
Right at the last second, he's not in front of you, so you can use the speed boost and just shoot right past the finish line. You'll get it like 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, you got it. Apparently not for me.
No.
I've had to repeat that
like I
so
said,
many
9
times.
out of 10, not 10 out of 10.
Yeah, no, definitely not 10 out of 10. Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, pretty much a perfect game. Just so good. Oh, God. So happy birthday to all of those absolute, well, I want to say all of those are classics, but all of those noteworthy games. Congratulations. You're old. All right, let's get into the Metacritic Check-In. We got a couple here this week. This game kind of came out of nowhere, and it's getting kind of decent reviews. It's currently sitting at a 67 on Metacritic, but I've mostly seen the reviews at like 75 to 80. Carmen Sandiego. There's just a Carmen Sandiego game.
There's a Carmen Sandiego game?
Yeah.
How have I not heard of this?
I know. I heard about it today. I was like, wait, what is this? It came out on the 4th. And it looks kind of interesting. I mean, it's definitely not going to be like a 9 out of 10 type game, but like it's kind of seems like it's kind of cool. I don't know how easy it is, because it does seem kind of geared towards kids.
Is this like a PC game or is it a mobile game?
I've seen it on PS5 and Switch. I don't know if it's on other platforms though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just literally that's what it's called. It's Carmen Sandiego, and you have to like find the clues and figure out who done it, who did the murder. But it seems kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh well. Oh, so are you actually playing as Carmen?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You're like solving crimes and murders and stuff. It's interesting.
Oh, is this like when she was an Acme agent, like before?
Maybe.
Because that's the whole thing, is that Carmen is like the story.
She's like a vigilante, right?
The story. Well, the story, such as it is that Carmen was an Acme agent, and she was like one of the best agents, and then she left for a life of crime because she was, I guess, bored of. Like it wasn't a challenge enough for her, so she's like, "Oh, I'll do crime instead." I guess. I think there's a different reason depending on like the game or the TV show or whatever.
Yeah.
But like the general consensus seems to be is that she was so good that she decided to leave and do her own thing, and her own thing was crime, I guess.
Yeah.
Where she's stealing like completely abstract shit like the American dream, or things that you couldn't possibly steal, like the pyramids.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it's just like, oh, she took the Hope Diamond. But like those games got weird sometimes with what she would steal.
Yeah,
that was part of the fun. It's like, how does she steal the fucking like the Mount Fuji, and how did she take it back in time? Also, how does she have a time? Like the questions it raises.
Yeah,
but those games were fun.
Yeah, this one looks kind of interesting. Like it's not super high budget. It's from Netflix games and Gameloft.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's that. That's one of those ones I was going to add to my wish list just to kind of keep an eye on. Also out this week was Split Fiction, the Hazelight Studios games, and it is sitting at a 91.
Ooh.
It is absolutely killing it out there.
Wow.
It is a Metacritic Must Play Award, sitting at a 91 from Metacritic and an 88 from users.
Nicely done, Split Fiction.
Yeah, absolutely crushing it. I really want to play that game. I really want to play that game. Also out this week, finally, Suikoden 1 and 2 Remastered. Sitting at a 79 on the Metacritic, but a 92 on users.
That is not surprising.
Yeah, it's very beloved.
Yeah, you're gonna get like professional reviewers are gonna be like, well, these are games from the 90s, so we have to be fair, but they don't hold up as good as they used to just because we have better stuff. And then the users are going to be, I fucking love this game from my childhood, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
So, but Suikoden 2 is good. Definitely recommend it.
Yeah, they said Suikoden 2 is the better game, but it also has a bunch of connections to the first game. They're not as long as I thought they were. They seem to clock in at about 20 to 30 hours each, which seems short.
I think replayability is a big part of that because there's so many characters you can recruit.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Chrono Cross in that regard. Although Chrono Cross is long as shit.
Yeah, that's another one I have to find a way to play at some point.
Oh, you still haven't played it yet?
Yeah. No, RPGs are so tough for me to play because they're so long. Yeah, that's why I've been kind of interested in Suikoden, because they're much shorter than your average, 80-hour JRPG.
Yeah, but you can get that Radical Dreamers edition on like anything.
Yep. Yeah, it's on my wish list on PlayStation. I will pick it up eventually. Okay. It's just a matter of time, unless it comes to like the PS Plus game catalog or Game Pass at some point, which is always possible. But yeah, I definitely want to play that. And Suikoden. There's so much I want to play. There's so much I want to play. I'd play it on my PC, but this thing can't even run Windows 11. So.
Dude. What we're talking about here is a remaster of a PS1 game.
I mean, that's true. I should be able to run Chrono Cross.
It's probably more taxing to emulate it.
Yeah, probably.
And I can emulate it on my phone.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I haven't tested Chrono Cross on my phone, but like I can run Road Rash 3D on the PS1 on my phone. So that's a racing game. That's way more demanding than a RPG with pre-rendered backgrounds.
For sure. Yeah, I just wish I had more time.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I say, like, you put it on your phone. Whenever you got a minute free, you can be like, okay, I'm going to do this.
But like for an RPG, I want to get absorbed.
That is true.
I want to be on the couch and just get sucked into the lore.
Mm-hmm.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
It
hasn't happened yet after 25 years, but it'll happen.
Well, now I have a podcast. Now I have a reason to put some more effort into it.
It being a great game isn't motivation enough. You have to be able to talk about it.
It's not even that. It's just like it's an older game, and I tend to go back. If I'm going to play an older game, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to play something that I love.
Yeah, you should have played it when it wasn't an older game. You should have played it when it was brand new. Like I
wish I could tell you why I missed that game. My only theory is that, and I've told this on the show before, there was a period of time where I had the PlayStation 1, but then I switched back to 64. Remember that? I traded it in to get the 64 back. Yeah. So I'm wondering if Chrono Cross came out.
It did come out very late in the PS1 lifespan.
Okay, so that would be why then. I guarantee you that's why.
But you could have played it on the PS2.
If I had even heard about it. That's the problem. Back then, I didn't start following the games industry from like a top-down view until the PS3 generation. That's when I really started to be like, all right, I want to learn more about how this industry works and like follow stuff and that kind of stuff, right? Prior to that, it was like I went to the rental store, I looked at the rentals available, and I picked one. Like it. Remember that?
Yeah.
Rental stores.
Yeah.
Someone open up a rental store.
It was a lot easier to play lots of games back then when you could spend $5 and get them for a few days instead of having to buy them. Oftentimes with no demo, and just go.
Yeah.
Well, I better find out if I like this game within 2 hours, or I can't refund it.
Yeah. If you have a PC.
Yeah.
PlayStation, Xbox, you buy it, you own it. Too bad. So sad.
Also, it's like 100 gigabytes, so I've got to spend the whole day downloading it.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on from Metacritic Check-In to the news. We don't have a whole lot to go through here, but we do have a few things. So let's get into it. So I guess technically I was wrong with my statement earlier, but there was about a canceled game. Um, Actually, no, I'm not. But
Oh, you putting me on an emotional roller coaster here, and I don't even know what you're talking about yet.
Woo! Some details about a canceled Twisted Metal game have popped up online, suggesting that Fire Sprite Studios was making a live service Twisted Metal game.
Okay, well, I'm no longer disappointed about it being canceled.
Yeah, it was supposed to
This sounds
be.
like good news to me.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a Twisted Metal game, but a battle royale.
Okay, well, that actually kind of would have been awesome. I mean,
Like,
that the Twisted Metal is already a battle royale. It's literally like throw eight racers. Eight racers. They're not really racers. It's a destruction derby.
racers.
Throw eight people and their death machines into an arena and see which one of them doesn't die.
Yeah, imagine that on a scale of 100 players on a larger map. That'd be kind
Yeah,
of crazy.
and if it had like vehicle customization or some shit,
I have to assume they would have to
yeah,
have
because
some
other
sort of.
what are you gonna have, like 20 sweet tooths,
Yeah,
sweet
exactly.
teeth running
Yeah,
around? You have
sweet
enough
teeth running
You don't
around.
have enough sweet teeth to form a mouth. You could have a team, call yourselves the Jaw.
The jaw, just a million sweet tooths.
No, the Jawbreaker.
The jawbreakers.
Yeah,
Sweet teeth coming to get you. Yeah.
that would
I can't
actually be pretty terrifying. The
It would
fucking
be.
flaming ice cream van.
I'm trying to remember who Fire Sprite is. They're the VR studio.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Oh, can you imagine a VR Twisted Metal?
You're in the ice cream truck.
You're in the driver's seat.
Motherfucker!
That
That could be fun.
that would be fun.
Yeah.
You could even have like the Move controllers, so you could like lean out the window and shoot a pistol or something. Try to take out some dude's tires or something.
Well, I think the PSVR 2 has actual controllers now. They don't use the Move. They have actual
Yeah, even better
controllers. Yeah.
You could, dude. Oh, I'm on fire right now. You get one of those, those arcade racing games that have like the seat that moves and shit.
Mm.
Oh, what if you had one of those?
Comes out.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
That'd
be scary.
now I'm a little upset that this isn't real. Obviously, it would be completely impractical to do in the home. But can you imagine that as an arcade game, and like 8-player networked arcade game of Twisted Metal with the full haptic seat and everything?
Oh, that'd be crazy,
dude.
That'd be
why
cool.
did they never do that? That would have been so cool. Expensive as fuck, but. You could make it so it's one machine, but you could like network them together. So if the arcade wants to get more, and that, dude,
I'm surprised they just haven't done a vehicular combat game in VR. Period. It doesn't have to be Twisted Metal. It can make anything.
There is.
I mean, there might be PC stuff, I guess.
There is. There's a hovercraft game. Let me look it up real quick. I forget exactly what it's called.
I know they do. There's a kart game. There's a VR kart game. I know that.
But I can figure it out pretty fast. I just have to. Let's see here.
It's fun because, like, when I played VR, the best games in VR were always the games where you are sitting in the game. So driving games, space shooters. When you're piloting a vehicle of some kind.
Yeah. Oh my God. Why am I having such a hard time finding this? Oh, hold on. I think I might have found it.
Watch it be Hovercraft VR.
Hover Junkers. That's what it's called.
Hover Junkers.
Yeah, you have a platform that is a hovercraft, and it has some pieces of like scrap, like car doors and stuff. And as you go across the desert, you can pick up pieces, and it's basically adding like cover for the player to duck behind.
Oh, that's cool.
You've got like both players have guns, but one player drives and the other shoots. But you could also because you can shoot with one hand and steer with the other. But it looks kind of cool. It's been out for a while.
Yeah.
But it does exist. It is a vehicular combat game in VR.
That's true. Yeah, that looks cool. Let's read this article here. So it says former UI developer at Sony-owned Firesprite uploaded a handful of screenshots to their online portfolio, and while the images are intentionally blurred and labeled under NDA, they are included under the codename Project Copper, which is believed to have been the internal name for the unannounced live service Twisted Metal game.
Mm-hmm.
Although Twisted Metal is a vehicular combat video game franchise that began life on the PS1 and hasn't seen a new entry since the PS3 generation,
Mm-hmm.
the developer stated Project Copper was a third-person vehicular action combat game based on a classic IP owned by PlayStation and developed by Firesprite.
Yeah.
So obviously Twisted Metal.
Yeah, that seems pretty. That seems pretty conclusive.
Yeah. They added it had third-person shooter mechanics wrapped with third-person vehicular combat, with the objective being the last one standing. Oh, so you could get out of the car.
Interesting. That's not a thing you can do in Twisted Metal typically.
No. All right. Well, probably for the best.
Yeah. Has David Jaffe had a meltdown about it? Because then you'll know if it's real or not.
I do my best to ignore David Jaffe at this point. I don't know, like he seems very like, and I don't mean this in a cruel way, but he seems very bipolar when he talks.
He's got grumpy old man syndrome, is what it is.
Like super grumpy old. Like half the time I'm like, the things you're saying are pretty intelligent, and I completely agree with these. And then the next sentence he does will be like, "Oh,
yeah,
you're kind of a dumbass."
He is a good game designer who is
overrated.
Well, yeah, but not bad. Something can be overrated and still good. But it's
calling all cards.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, when we made games, they were the best. And what's this crazy Metroid shit? What do you mean? I have to bomb the wall panels. That doesn't make sense. It's like, well, none of it makes sense, David. It's a video game.
It's a video game.
Yeah.
He's an interesting character.
Yeah.
Needs a little filter on him, though.
Yeah.
Maybe a large filter, actually. Sorry, Jaffe.
You made some cool games, man. Respect for that.
Absolutely. Here's the negative news that I was referring to earlier.
Oh, no.
Respawn has quietly canceled a multiplayer first-person shooter project and laid off an unknown number of individuals working on it in the process. This news was first reported by Insider Gaming, sourcing a now unavailable LinkedIn post from a former production coordinator who wrote that the unannounced incubation project I was part of for the last year was canceled this week, so I'm joining the group of extremely talented and kind people in the games industry searching for a new role. IGN was able to independently confirm that Respawn has canceled an unannounced incubation project. IGN understands that this was a multiplayer first-person shooter spun off by members of an internal team that was formerly working on a Star Wars first-person shooter at Respawn, which itself was canceled last year. IGN can also confirm that a number of individuals have been laid off as part of the cancellation, and though we are unable to confirm the exact number, it has been characterized as small by a source familiar with the project. IGN has also identified at least one individual connected to the project who has clarified on LinkedIn that their departure was voluntary.
Okay, well,
so
it doesn't sound like
a
the
huge
worst thing
problem
in the world, but
no, that's really unfortunate because Respawn has been quiet for a long time now. You know, they were working on. I mean, their last game was what's that? The three-player multiplayer online
Apex.
battle royale, Apex Legends. That was their last game. It's been a while since that game's been out.
Yeah, but it's been doing really well.
Oh yeah, it's been doing great. But it's like, can we get something else from this team because they're super talented?
Yeah. How about Titanfall 3?
Yeah, Titanfall was great. What a great game series. Titanfall 2 was super underrated for its campaign. Its online was really good too. But yeah, they were working on that Star Wars first-person shooter, and now they were working on whatever this was.
They probably would have made a really good Star Wars game.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that.
Not to not to typecast them, but can you imagine a Star Wars game where you could just hijack an ATST and get into it?
Yeah, I think it's called Battlefront.
Okay, you got me there. You got me there.
Uh,
But it's a proven concept then.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's happening with Respawn. I guess they just have enough money from Apex Legends that they can take their time and.
Well, their
not really worry
publisher has
about
enough money from Apex Legends.
Well, yeah, that's.
If they had enough money that it wasn't a problem, they wouldn't have had to lay anyone off. Yeah, that's a collar pull moment.
All right, let's move on. I hate to continue on the negative train.
Oh boy.
But Activision is once again under fire over alleged generative AI use. Now for a fake Guitar Hero game?
What?
So this is an interesting story. This is a really weird story. So
I'm gonna have to look this up.
So Activision is once again in trouble with fans over generative AI just 1 week after it admitted to using generative AI in Black Ops 6 for a number of assets. The publisher is now being accused of using generative AI to promote a different game, Guitar Hero Mobile. But even as audiences criticize the promotion, sharp-eyed fans are discovering that Guitar Hero Mobile may not even be a real game in the first place. As reported by Insider Gaming, the generative AI in question appears to have been used in an Instagram ad for the newly announced Guitar Hero Mobile posted 2 days ago. The ad features four guitar players on a stage in very similar poses with similarly blobby red guitars surrounded by distorted speakers that look suspiciously like washing machines and some mass blobby microphones directly behind them. In front of them is an audience that includes a number of visible legs that don't seem to belong to anybody, and down the center is a Guitar Hero track with incorrectly colored tracks and blobby inconsistent notes, some of which don't color match the track they're on.
Oh my god.
Put together, all of these issues are telltale signs of generative AI art, and given Activision's recent track record, it's probably what's happening. I can show you a picture of that if you want.
I'm looking it up on IGN right now.
In the comments, fans are furious.
Throw that in the chat for me, because I'm searching Activision and I'm getting their games from the 80s and the Atari instead of like articles about them.
Yeah. No, just the second you see the image, you'll be like, mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it.
That's
I don't
very
doubt
much
it at all. Let me grab that and take a look.
Oh. Yeah, it's awful.
Oh no.
The article continues, in the comments, fans are furious. Quote, shows how much effort went into it when you can't even get your own game right, reads one response. Another calls the ad lazy AI slop, while another reads, you'd think a giant company like Activision would have some budget for a real graphic designer. A fourth says, wow, it appears they're still using Midjourney 1.0. I haven't seen AI art this bad since the early days.
Yeah, this is like... so, obviously, fuck this stuff. But, like, I will say, just from a completely objective standpoint, the results have gotten better.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
This is
not that. This is like... Oh my god, the speakers.
Look at the drum set in the background.
Yeah, the drum, dude,
it's just a bunch of like lines.
It's just a bunch of lines. It's exactly like I was struggling. I couldn't even identify it as a drum set until that's what you said. Like to me, I don't know what I was thinking it was. I mean, it's not really anything, is it? But it looks more like a bunch of guitars on a rack waiting to be taken by the players than it does look like than it does a fucking drum kit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It gets worse though. This isn't where the weird generative AI ads end, though.
Oh, Jesus.
As a few websites such as Time Extension and 80.lv have pointed out, Activision appears to have quietly dropped a number of generative AI-created ads on Instagram for a smattering of games that haven't otherwise been announced by the company. These include a Call of Duty Zombies mobile game, something called Call of Duty Sniper, and something else called Crash Bandicoot Brawl. At the time we're writing this, none of these ads are viewable publicly on Activision's official Instagram, but the Guitar Hero mobile game ad is still available via direct link. Where this
Th-
gets even weirder, though, is that
yeah.
the fans have managed to find a page for Guitar Hero Mobile on a website called Geek Lab, complete with even more AI imagery. Geek Lab, why can't I say that word? Geek Lab is a user acquisition and insight company that allows publishers to create look-alike store pages for mobile games in order to test user interest. Clicking Get on the Guitar Hero mobile page takes users to a survey that claims this isn't a real game, but could be someday, and asks them a number of questions about why they clicked on the ad and how likely they would be to play something like Guitar Hero Mobile. What appears to be happening here is that Activision launched some sort of ad campaign to gauge user interest in a number of possible mobile games that don't exist. Because those games aren't real, it used generative AI for its advertising art and confused the heck out of fans who otherwise would have been stoked for an actual Guitar Hero mobile game. And then there's some other details here about Activision currently working on a new COD or Call of Duty Zombies mobile game. But it's full, like, if you look at the that article, it's got pictures of the Call of Duty Zombies ad.
Yeah.
It's like Call of Duty Zombie Defender, and it's just AI art. So here's my question. If you wanted to gauge user interest, why didn't you send out surveys?
Yeah, why would you do this in, number one, such an insane, obtuse way? Number two, a way that you know is going to piss people off for multiple reasons.
False advertising.
Yeah, it's going to piss people off because they're going to click on a thing thinking, oh yeah, I want to get this game. Oh no, it doesn't exist. It's also going to piss people off, of course, because it's using generative AI. And it's fucking Activision. Like, they can't fucking afford to... as if they couldn't just pull out an old piece of Guitar Hero key art and slap Guitar Hero Mobile on it. Like, give me a fucking break.
Yeah. I don't understand any of this.
Yeah, like, it is completely nonsensical, even by Activision standards.
Yeah, I don't understand. Think about this. Sony PlayStation puts out an ad for Last of Us Part 3 and then goes, "Oh, we're it's not actually a game. We're just trying to figure out if you want it or not."
Yeah, we're trying to gauge interest. If you want a sequel to this thing that was incredibly popular, geez, I wonder what the answer to that is going to be.
Like, you think that nobody wants Guitar Hero Mobile? Like, are you dumb?
People would be tripping over themselves to play Guitar Hero Mobile because it's old enough now that people are nostalgic for it.
Yeah. And Call of Duty is just a system seller, so of course people are going to
also,
get it.
Isn't there already a mobile Call of Duty Zombies? Yeah. Because I know there is Call of Duty Mobile. Or does
There's
that
Call
have,
of Duty Mobile.
Does that have Zombies mode in it?
No, I think Call of Duty Mobile is Call of Duty... What's that battle royale?
Oh, Warzone?
Yeah, I think it's Call of Duty Warzone.
I thought that there was a mobile version of Zombies. Maybe it doesn't exist anymore, because that happens with mobile games. They exist for a few years and then they shut them down.
Yeah, looks like Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies.
Oh, okay. So what the fuck are they running fake ads for a non-existent game for when they already have a game that exists for that is real and not fake?
I don't know. They must have some just people at Activision that are just smoking crack cocaine. Well, I wonder,
is this like a decision that an ad agency made that they hired? Like, because with advertisements, it's difficult to know who exactly is responsible for it. Unless it's like, unless like the agency talks about it. Like, was it cooked up internally? Was it cooked up by an agency? Like, I have no idea. Is this some dumbass at Activision who's like, this is the way of the future, doing it this way? Is it a dumbass at an ad agency? Like, ultimately, it's Activision's fault, whether they did it themselves or an ad agency was doing it with them. Either way, they gave the go ahead for it. But,
yeah, exactly.
I don't fucking know how you do something like this. Are they just completely disconnected from reality?
Yeah.
Especially after they just got called out for this shit last week.
My guess is that this was already in the pipeline, and they were like, "Oh shit, we should have taken that. We should have canceled that."
Yeah, but do you remember when Apple put out that ad where they showed all the art supplies and stuff being crushed down into an iPad? and
Yeah.
then there was like universal outcry over it, and they pulled that shit like 2 days later.
Mm-hmm.
You telling me
Yeah.
that if Apple can pull it that fast,
Oh, yeah.
Activision can't? Like,
Oh, yeah. No.
this has got to be just like maybe whatever. They'll play it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got too
Yeah.
much money. We just got bought for billions of dollars.
Yeah.
We
This
can
is just
afford
a
to
series
piss
of
people
stupid
off.
decisions. Yeah.
Yeah, you just have so much money that you do not know or care
Yep.
about what people think or how they think of you.
Yep. So
And the
congratulations,
sad thing
Activision.
is that in a lot of ways they're right, because like the Call of Duty people will just continue to buy those games forever. It's like it's like sports games, yearly sports games. The people who are into those do not give a fuck about anything but just playing them. There will be some people who won't buy the next Call of Duty out of protest, but they'll be like 1% of the audience probably. Like it won't have a demonstrable effect on anything.
And it's on Game Pass now, so
yeah,
people can play it for free if they really want to.
Yeah.
All right.
And you know that Microsoft's not going to take them to task over this, because Microsoft is hugely invested in generative AI. You can go to Bing and sign in with your Microsoft account and type in some stupid shit and get them to produce an image for you. And I will say, like, I've seen stuff that's generated with Bing's image generator. It's not terrible, but it is still built off of like well, first of all, it looks a hell of a lot better. Anything Bing makes looks a hell of a lot better than this fucking piece of shit Guitar Hero ad.
Yeah,
but
that is absolutely awful.
Yeah, it's terrible. But it doesn't matter because it's still built off of stolen assets. Like, just because Bing's results are better doesn't mean that it's any more ethical.
Did you see the Fantastic Four poster?
No.
For the movie?
Maybe.
Marvel denies that it's AI.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. That's 100% AI. That's 100% AI. That's a fucking 150%.
I think I posted on BlueSky. I think I did.
Yeah. It was a little while ago, which is why I didn't.
There's like duplicate faces
immediately to memory. Well, even the duplicate faces isn't necessarily indicative of it, because like you might just have a generic crowd background image that you've stitched together and maybe like stitched in some of the same faces more than once. I could see that happening by accident, but there were some
shitty editors.
It's some pretty shitty editing. If you had a decent graphic designer, it wouldn't happen. But there's other stuff in those posters that look like just things blending together or coming
like
out
coats
of nowhere.
with nothing.
Yeah,
no way to put it on.
Yeah, no way to put it on. They're just like they're like sealed at the front, or there's too many buttons or something like shit like that. When that shit's like, it's 100%.
And the one hand on the left hand side with 4 fingers.
Yeah. Because the thing is, what they'll say is that like this wasn't generated with AI, and there's a few possible reasons they might say that, other than just straight up lying. It might be that they don't know, because they don't know exactly how the artist who made it, and the artist
that's true.
to using AI, or they're being technical and saying, "Oh, this poster wasn't made with AI, but the fine print is portions of the poster were made with AI, and they were just composited together by a person." You know, it's like when something is assembled in the USA. That's not the same as made in the USA. All the pieces were made elsewhere and then shipped and assembled there.
Yeah.
Technicalities.
Corporations love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next up. This one's not specifically gaming related, but it is pretty. It's video game adjacent.
That's fine.
According to the New York Times, Discord is exploring the possibility of going public. I don't have much to say about that. All we really know is in 2021 they were worth around $15 billion. Sony put a minor investment in Discord, so they're technically part owner already.
Yeah.
But if it goes public, then
man,
who knows how that's going to work out.
The term going public is so misleading, because it makes you think, oh, everybody can own a piece of it. But in reality, all it means is that now anybody can just invest in the company by buying up pieces of it. They don't have to. They don't have to make deals. They can just buy it on the open market. So it's not really publicly owned. It's just publicly traded.
Publicly traded,
yeah.
Like IPO.
It's like the average person is not going to be able to afford any meaningful stock in Discord because those shares are going to be worth like $100.
Yeah.
You buy a control. You average person is going to buy a controlling interest in a
No,
company that's worth billions of dollars.
You might buy like 5 shares.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
If you're lucky, but that's not going to get you much.
I do like those people who buy just enough shares that they can attend like board meetings and then they make ridiculous demands.
Yeah, the shareholder meetings. Those are always funny. Yeah. I just had an ad come up about something that I didn't really post about, but the PlayStation announced a Last of Us controller for PlayStation 5, which looks really cool. I love the style of it. I've never bought a custom edition or limited edition controller before. I don't think I have.
I'm trying to think. Hold on a second. Yeah, the closest that I have is like I had a GameCube controller. Or no, pardon me, it was a GameCube style controller. For the Wii and Wii U that I basically used for Smash Brothers because I was that kind of person. Well, okay. Here's the thing: I needed a classic controller, and this one also happened to be GameCube shaped, and it was official and everything. And I was like, "Oh, cool! That'll be the button layout I like for Smash, and it will also be a classic controller for other stuff." But it was primarily because of the Smash thing. Then it was a Mario themed controller, and it was red, and it had the white circle with the red M on it, and that's it. That's like,
yeah. I've never bought a limited edition official controller before. I have a Switch controller back there that's third party. It's got like a Zelda.
My Switch controllers are third party because my fucking first party ones drifted on me, and now the third party ones are drifting on me.
Ugh.
They're actually drifting on me worse than the first party ones did, but it took longer for them to get to this state. So, balances out, I guess.
Fix your sticks.
Yeah, and now
why is stick drift becoming worse over time? It should be becoming better over time.
I don't know why. I gotta.
Controllers are $99.
Yeah, I gotta make a decision Canadian. Is it gonna bother me enough that I get new Joy-Cons, or am I just gonna wait for the Switch 2?
I was gonna say, given the Switch 2 is probably coming out in 6 months, I would just wait.
Yeah, but then there's stuff that I want to play with my niece.
Well, that's true.
It's
controllers are so expensive. It's unreal.
I wonder if you can buy just one Joy-Con, because it's always just the left Joy-Con for me.
Let's check Amazon.
Can I buy one loose Joy-Con?
No, they all come in pairs.
God damn it.
Yeah, they're all paired up.
I wonder if
pretty though. Love the colors.
What if I go on eBay? Somebody's selling
individual Joy-Con left. I would never trust that though. Who knows how much what the condition of that thing is.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to news. More layoffs.
Please tell me you're joking.
Nope, I'm not.
Fuck me.
I told you there was stuff you missed this week. There's always layoffs.
Oh, and here I was thinking, we had a nice quiet week where nobody got fired or anything, and fuck me, I guess. That's me. That's what I get for being optimistic.
Yeah, exactly. This time it's from Sony. Sony has laid off an unknown number of individuals from its San Diego-based visual arts studio, as well as its PlayStation Studios Malaysia, according to a Kotaku report and testimonies from former employees on LinkedIn. Per Kotaku, staff were informed earlier this week that March 7th would be their last day, and included developers who had contributed to a number of different projects, such as recently canceled live service game at Bend Studio. Visual Arts is an art and technical support studio that worked over the years with PlayStation's other first-party studios, most notably the recent Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2 remasters.
Seems like the kind of team you wouldn't want to fire people from. If they're providing assistance to other PlayStation studios, it seems like you'd want to keep those guys employed.
Well, it seems like these guys are more like Well, it's kind of tough to say. If they were working on Last of Us Part 2, 1 and 2 remasters, maybe their future plans are like less remasters. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a way because we just had the Days Gone remaster announced. IGN has identified a number of developers on LinkedIn saying they had been laid off from Visual Arts, as well as at least one from PlayStation Studios Malaysia. One former Visual Arts employee noted that the layoffs were due to multiple project cancellations. This is the second round of layoffs at Visual Arts in the last 2 years, after another wave impacting an unknown number of individuals in 2023. It's unclear how many people remain at Visual Arts or what the studio is currently working on. Yeah. So,
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we've said all there is to say. I just wanted to report
like
on it.
what else could we possibly contribute to at this point other than fuck that? That's bullshit.
Yeah. Like every day, well, not to say every day, but every week we report on layoffs. It's crazy.
Yeah, like you can't fucking afford to keep those people employed.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be like, "Oh, we have to delay this game because we have, insufficient resources to work on it." Oh, you mean you don't have enough people because you fucking fired them 6 months ago?
Yeah. Oh wait, we gotta hire more people.
Yeah, but we gotta hire them back, but because they weren't employed for us consistently, they don't have tenure, so they don't get benefits or some shit like that. Or we'll just hire a bunch of new people out of school who haven't been broken by this fucking business yet.
Yeah, exactly. In more PlayStation news, PlayStation has announced a new beta program to let players test upcoming PlayStation 5 and PC games. To let players
test upcoming layoffs.
Yeah. Sony has announced a new beta program at PlayStation that aims to be a centralized place for players to register their interest in trying out a range of future PlayStation betas, including testing out participating PS5 and PC games. A single registration will be all players need to express interest in trying out participating PS5 and PC games.
Do they really not have something like this already?
Nope.
That seems
PS5,
weird.
There is a console beta program, and that's it, though, up until now. But this will include PS5 console feature beta programs, PlayStation app features, and user experience features on PlayStation.com. Registration has already begun, and PlayStation recommends checking back regularly until the signups reopen. I'm assuming they're like taking waves of people.
Probably.
The beta program at PlayStation is free to join, and you only need to sign up once to be able to express interest in any or all of the listed beta types. It's important to note you aren't guaranteed access to every beta, but your interest in trying them will be consistent. To be part of the program, players will need a valid PSN account in good standing. They must live in a region where the beta program at PlayStation is available, and they must be of legal age in their region.
I'm surprised this sort of thing isn't more common across just like platform holders.
I agree.
You would think that Xbox would have had a thing like this that's just kind of universal to Xbox.
Yeah, they might. I don't. I'm
not
aware
of. I've never heard of a Xbox like live account, just like system wide beta program. I've obviously heard of tons of like open beta for specific games. Like even Halo 4 had a open multiplayer beta.
Yeah, Minecraft has
one. 3, I forget which one. Probably both.
Yeah. Minecraft has a separate app entirely for it. It's called Minecraft Preview.
Yeah. Well, they have like a beta branch that they push updates to.
Yeah, MMOs do the same thing. They call it the PTR.
Yeah,
the public test round.
Oh,
or that.
I've heard it as path to release. So
yeah, I have signed up for this successfully. So there is an NDA though. So I don't know if I'll be able to share anything about it.
Yeah.
I'll have to read the fine print about.
Yeah,
it might be like specific to each product that you test. So
there's probably like a like service wide NDA. Like, hey, you agree to not violate the NDAs, and then sure, individual product NDAs. And I've signed NDAs for stuff that I've tried out before. Like I've talked about how I've tested games. And I'm not able to tell you exactly what I did other than, hey, I tested these and I found some bugs. So it's, it's fine.
Yeah. My assumption is the NDA probably only prohibits video capture, but I don't know.
Probably.
So that's that. And then this one was really weird. PlayStation fans left amazed and confused after Sony reveals a surprise update for PlayStation 3. PlayStation fans are beside themselves after Sony surprise launched an update for the PlayStation 3 that, well, doesn't really change all that much. Official PlayStation social media account Ask PlayStation posted about the newly released 4.92 software update today, which is quite the shock considering the third home PlayStation console launched back in 2006 and ceased production in 2017.
Yeah, next year we're going to have a happy birthday video games for that thing.
Yeah, next year, yeah. Meaning today's improvements arrive around 8 years after Sony... Oh my god, I can't speak today. What's going on? Meaning today's improvements arrive around 8 years after Sony manufactured its final PS3. What's not a surprise, however, is that these new adjustments boil down to just one sentence of changes. As detailed on the PlayStation support page, PS3 update version 4.92 simply, quote, improves system performance, end quote.
Okay.
In other words, there's a good chance you won't notice how exactly Sony has tweaked your PS3, if you even still have one, after the download is completed.
I mean, it's cool that they've done that, I guess, but, like...
Why?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? Like... Why? Like, I just don't understand. Like,
how many people are still playing stuff on their PS3? Like,
I mean, I'm sure there are.
Oh, sure, but like, I'm pretty sure those people are playing, not expecting to get any kind of optimizations going forward.
Is the PS3 store even live anymore?
No, I don't think it is.
No, it's still live.
Oh, really?
In April 2021, Sony reversed its decision to close the PS3 store after receiving extremely negative feedback.
Oh? Huh. How about online play on the PS3? Is that something you can still do?
I think it's game-to-game basis, if I had to guess. It says, yes, online play still works for many games on the PS3, though some servers have been decommissioned.
Yeah, well, but like the PSN architecture is still there.
Still there. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Crazy. So yeah, that's really weird.
Oh, maybe there's who knows? Maybe they've got the metrics and they've said there's a thriving community of people playing fucking MAG or something.
I mean, we talked about it the other day how they recently released updated PS2 sales and thought about it, and we're like, maybe PS2 still like selling in like poorer countries.
Maybe,
you know, maybe PS3 is kind of doing that now. You know, like they're like.
I find that less likely, but it's not impossible.
It's very weird.
There's a lot of hardcore Lair players still. No, there isn't. No, nobody's fucking playing Lair.
No, Warhawk, maybe.
Probably more likely than fucking Lair.
Yeah. All right, and the final update, as always, Xbox Game Pass updates for March 2025. Wave 1 lineup has been revealed. Out now, Balatro on all versions of Game Pass. Monster Train on all versions of Game Pass.
There you go.
Galacticare is now on Game Pass Standard. One Lonely Outpost is out on Game Pass Ultimate and PC. Enter the Gungeon will be out on March 11th on all versions of Game Pass. Mullet Mad Jack comes out March 13th.
Have you seen that
Pass
game?
Ultimate. No, I've never even heard of it.
Oh, you got to look up footage of it after the show. It's fucking crazy.
Mullet Mad Jack.
Or just do it right now.
Here. Yeah, there's a video right here.
It's nuts.
Oh, that's loud. Jesus.
Yep.
Oh, it's a first-person shooter.
Yep. The gimmick in the game is you have 10 seconds to live, and the counter resets when you kill.
Oh, that's cool. Sorry, I'm watching the footage.
Yeah.
Kind of a cool art style.
That's fine.
I like the music.
Yeah. It is it's a fucking I've not played it. I've only watched footage of it because I don't think I can parse that much at once. Like, I think I would actually just shut down. Like, my brain would blue screen, and I'd go, okay, this is too much.
This is too much. Yeah. Well,
there's a point that I can do, and I think this is just past that.
I'll check it out since it's coming to Game Pass.
Yeah.
March 13th. So, what's today? 7th. So I'll be able to tell you all about it next week.
All right.
And finally, 33 Immortals in game preview form, otherwise early access. So their Xbox's name for early access.
Mm-hmm.
Comes to Game Pass Ultimate and PC March 18th. Games leaving Xbox Game Pass on March 15th include Evil West, Yakuza 5 Remastered, Yakuza 6 The Song of Life, Solar Ash, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. It's a long-ass name.
Yep.
Lies of P. Oh, I wanted to try that.
Well,
damn. So much for that.
Fuck you, then.
Fuck you. Oh, I had my chance.
Yep.
And No More Heroes 3. All leaving on March 15th. And that, as they say, is that.
Is the news.
That's the news, ladies and gentlemen. Which brings us to no topic of the week.
No, we got nothing.
We got nothing. That brings us to video game 20 questions.
When are we gonna do the extra that we were planning to do?
Oh, the launch lineups?
Yeah.
I still haven't played them.
You still haven't played them?
No. Oh, I figured it wasn't going to happen this week, so I was like, I'm not in a rush to do it.
Okay.
But I guess next week we could.
Okay.
Could do it. All right. Video game 20 questions. Let's start off with what we always start off with, and that is when the game came out. So, did this game originally release on or after January 1st, 2000? Yes. Did this game originally release on or after January 1st, 2010? No. We seem to keep getting 2000s games.
That's fine.
And we'll go with our typical, was this game originally exclusive to one platform? Yes.
Okay.
All right. So we have a 2000s exclusive. Let's see. We need to narrow down platform here, since it was exclusive. The biggest libraries were PlayStation. So should we say, was this game released on the PlayStation 2?
Yeah. Let's start with the PS2.
Or should we go back and start with PlayStation 1?
I think PS2 is much more likely.
Yeah. Was this game originally released on PlayStation 2? No.
Could be a PS3 game.
Was this game originally released on PlayStation 3? No. Oh, no. We're going to burn a lot of questions here.
Well, hold on. Before we burn more, do we want to instead save that for when we take our hint to the platform?
Yeah, let's do that.
Because if we're gonna take the platform as the hint, it doesn't make sense to burn platform questions.
Yeah. Let's do the Japan question.
Okay. Yeah.
Was this game developed in Japan?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So, well, that to me would suggest Xbox.
Yeah.
As a more likely candidate, since we know that it wasn't on 2 of the 3 PlayStations that were available. Well, I guess it could be a PSP game. But,
it's possible it's exclusive to a handheld. Yeah.
How many questions are we in now? 5?
6.
6.
Yeah, this next one's 7.
Let's ask if it was a. Well, no. If we're gonna save the platform, there's no point in doing that.
Yeah, let's avoid platform. Was this?
Maybe some way we could get an idea of like.
Do you play as a human?
That's got such a wide variety though. It narrows it down, but not by a lot.
Mm.
um,
Is there multiplayer?
yes, that's a good one.
Should we say online multiplayer?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Because the thing is, if it doesn't have online multiplayer at that point, it probably doesn't have offline multiplayer as well. Because more games have online than offline.
Unless it's a PS1 game, could be a
Unless it's
could
a
be
PS1
split
game,
screen.
but
Yeah.
I think it's unlikely.
Yeah.
So it does have online multiplayer. So
Yeah.
like I know I'm reading too much into this, but I'm thinking it's an Xbox game or an Xbox 360 game with online multiplayer. It's almost certainly not going to be a game on a Nintendo platform.
No. Highly unlikely.
I mean, it could, in theory,
It could be a
like
Switch game.
PSO 1 and 2 for the GameCube, but
Yeah.
or one of the games with the Wi-Fi connection on DS.
Should we ask if it's first person? In case it's an online shooter?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So it could be racing game. Could be sports game.
Sports. Yeah.
That was 8 or 9.
8.
8.
So yeah, we have one more, and then our platform will be revealed.
Yeah.
Should we just ask if it's a sports or racing game?
Yeah.
We just got a racing game, so but I mean, who knows how they pick their games, though.
Yeah, we don't know if it's the computer or not. So yeah, ask if it is a sports or racing game.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now,
right.
here's a question for us. What would they consider sports? Would they consider a wrestling game to be a sports game? Would they consider Tony Hawk to be a sports game?
Well, but hold on, it was exclusive.
It was exclusive, so
an exclusive sports or racing game. I would assume it's probably a racing game. There's more exclusive racing games than sports games. Most sports games are like EA. Let's take our hint. Let's take our hint
for the platform.
Oh,
what do we got here?
OG Xbox.
I'm thinking Project Gotham Racing.
For OG Xbox?
Yeah, that was for the original Xbox. But does it have online play? Did it come out early enough before Xbox Live?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Because like Xbox Live did not come out at launch. That was like a thing that came out. Like...
Xbox Live came out a year later. I always thought the weirdest thing was that they never came out with a revision of Halo 1 that had Xbox Live support. That was always the strangest thing to me. Because that would have sold like crazy.
Well, let's ask if it's a racing game just to narrow it down, since we know it's sports or racing.
Yeah, okay.
Is this a racing game? Yes. Okay, it could be Project Gotham. Is this part of a series?
Were there multiple Project Gotham games? I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was 3, I think.
Yeah, okay.
There was at least 2.
Yeah, you're right. There was PGR2. I remember that now.
Yeah. Is this game part of a series? Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Could do you drive a car in this game?
Well, I mean,
well, it's a racing game.
It's a racing game. There aren't a lot of racing games where you don't drive cars. They do exist, but like, how many Xbox exclusive racing games with online multiplayer where you don't drive a car are there? Because I can't think of any. Like even if you take something that's like a snowboarding racing game like SSX, that's multi-platform. So
here's the other question: is that did PGR2 come out on 360 or OG Xbox?
Ooh! I think it was the original Xbox.
Here's a good question: was this the first game in the series?
Yes. Is
this the first game in the series? No. Oh
Okay.
no. So it could be PGR2.
Yeah, because maybe PGR1 came out early enough that Xbox Live wasn't out. Because I do remember that being a fairly early game for the
Yeah.
system, and it was late in 2002 that Xbox Live came out. I think it was November, like literally a year after the system's launch.
We have to double down here and make sure we're not forgetting something else.
Mm.
Like Forza wasn't around then because it was
No,
Project Gotham.
yeah, because I remember at the time it was basically Gran Turismo, PGR, and those were the competing racing sims for the two platforms.
Burnout was
Burnout was
multi-platform.
multi-platform. Had online play though. It was great to play online. Oh man, I had a lot of really good races in Burnout 3 online. Oh man, and
My
it's
brain.
all over the headset too. So
Yeah.
there were a lot of instances where you'd hear me go, "Oh shit."
It was a great game.
I was that guy.
I feel like I'm definitely forgetting. Like there's another like racing game on Xbox that I'm.
Was there like some kind of Wipeout equivalent? Some
Yeah,
kind of
like my
futuristic?
my brain is telling me there was an arcade racer of some kind, but I don't know. I wouldn't know if it was exclusive unless I knew what it was. And it would be a series though.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Was there? Oh man, no. Okay, I was gonna think like, was there a boat game like Hydro Thunder? And there was, but it was a combat game. I can't remember what it was called.
oh, Bloodwake.
Bloodwake. Yes, you
Yeah,
knew
but it
exactly
would.
what I was talking about. But that's not a
Yeah,
racing game. It's a
yeah, not a
combat
racing
game.
game. Great game though.
I am
Yeah.
so impressed that you were able to come up with that immediately.
It was one of my favorite like OG Xbox games.
Yeah, yeah.
Love that game. They wouldn't consider Crimson Skies
No.
a racing
But
game.
talk about another classic.
Yeah.
Why hasn't there been another Crimson Skies?
Guess
Was there
this is
only
good
the
as
one,
mine.
or I feel like there was a second one?
I feel like there was a second one. Yeah. I don't think it was as good though. All right, let's
Why the
ask
fuck
if,
didn't
if
that was like a stone cold classic Xbox game. Why didn't they? Whatever.
let's ask if it's the second game in the series.
Sure,
Yes. Okay. It's got to be PGR2.
it's got to be. But since we're pretty sure of this, let's just.
We can take a hint for the developer.
I
Do
never
you know
played.
who made
No,
Project Gotham?
I don't remember off the top of my head, and I never played PGR2.
Neither. I didn't play either of them. I was not a sim racing fan. Still not. I'm still not a sim racing fan.
Honestly, I'm trying to remember if I played PGR1. I think I might have. Maybe there was a demo of it that I played.
Yeah, I feel like maybe I played a demo for it, but like,
I don't think I ever played the full game, or at least I didn't own it. I definitely don't own it.
my brain keeps telling me we're missing another series. But
No. That's valid. That's valid. We probably are. Let's.
Should we take developer just to be on the safe side in case it's someone like we're like, oh wait,
I don't think
like
it will be.
I don't think it will be. I'm pretty sure it's PGR2, but I don't.
Let's ask the if you drive cars thing, because if it is a futuristic game that we're blanking on, that'll rule it out.
Yes, you drive a car.
Okay,
It's got to be PGR2. Let's
It's
just go
gotta
with
be.
PGR2.
Well,
If-
hold on.
What else? I mean,
How many questions in on this are we?
15. So
15.
four left,
Fuck
I
it.
guess.
We're pretty sure. Let's take the developer hint. Who knows? Wait. Should we take the year hint or should we take the developer hint?
I don't think the year end will help us
No.
personally.
No.
It's OG Xbox, so we know it's early.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
no.
take the developer hint.
Bizarre. Wait, they were the ones that made Blur. But Blur was a 360 game.
Yeah.
Did
Also,
Bizarre?
wasn't it also multi-platform?
Yes. I think.
Well, maybe that's why they stopped making Project Gotham and started doing Forza, is because they went on to something else. I genuinely I cannot remember who made Project Gotham Racing.
I mean, I know that Bizarre is closed now.
Yeah.
Did they make Project Gotham? I think they did. I think we looked this up once actually on the show.
We might have.
Let's just go for it.
You want to go for it without going through the rest of our questions?
I mean, we can ask if it's the third game in a series, but I don't think PGR 3.
Well, you already asked if it's the second game, and it said yes.
Oh, I said yes. Yeah. I mean, what other sequel can you think of?
Yeah, it's got to be.
It's got to be.
Is it Project Gotham Racing 2?
Yep.
I
Success.
was waiting for it to say Xbox because I was like, exclusive racing game, and it's not for either of the PlayStations. It's probably PGR. And when you said original Xbox, I was like, I got this.
PGR. Yeah. Awesome. Well, there we go.
That was quick.
That was quick. 16 questions. I mean, we had it at like 10.
Yeah, really. we knocked that out in like 15 minutes.
Let me add that to 2 racing games in a row. Interesting. So this was Project Gotham Racing 2. Win! All right, we are 6-1, I think. Yes, we are 6-1 on our co-op. Co-op 20 questions. All right, well, you know what time it is now.
Oh, okay. So, first of all, there were 4 PGR games, apparently.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know that. And Project Gotham Racing 1 was too early for Xbox Live because it was a launch title.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Cool. All right, well, it's time for... I'm going to call it Screenshot Scope. Because reasons. Because their title for their game is terrible. Guess the game. Like that's so boring.
Yeah.
So I got to do a screen share here.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to have to guess the game based on the screenshots. We're going to play 10 rounds just like we did last week. Starting with round 1. Bam.
That's Super Mario Brothers 2.
You sure?
I mean, we can look at the next one, but I'm pretty sure it's Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yep, you got it. Nailed it.
Do you have any idea how many times I've seen those tiles?
Does it show? Oh, right there. Yeah. That's funny. That is funny. Wow, that game is ugly. That's not a pretty looking game.
It's a little ugly.
I mean, compared to 3.
Well, yeah, but that's compared to 3.
Yeah. All right. Next game. Man, we have so many. We could do like 20 a week and we'll never catch up. There's like 1,000 in here.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh.
That
almost looks like Breath of the Wild.
No,
it's not. Those trees don't look right.
Yeah, I see what you mean about the mountain with the big split in it. Graphically, it looks closer to like Skyrim or Dark Souls.
Yeah. I don't even have a guess. The only thing I can think of is that this is a background and not something you actually like go to.
I don't know.
Yeah, what do we guess here?
I guess Skyrim.
No. Oh, it's a Halo game.
Yeah, it's but which Halo? Is it Halo Infinite?
I think it might be. I don't remember a ship though. This might be Halo 4 or 5.
Or 5, and I haven't played 5, so
I don't remember seeing a ship in Infinite.
Neither do I.
But the stuff over here does look like
Infinite.
It
looks like that looks like the hexagons from Infinite. I guess Infinite. Yeah, there you go.
I don't remember ever seeing a ship. That's interesting. Okay. Next round. Oh, Jesus.
I hate that I already have a game in mind for this. I hate that it's come that fast.
What is it?
I'm thinking like DayZ because that kind of looks like the Arma engine to me.
I have nothing better.
Real virtuality or whatever the fuck they call it. There's no space between day and Z.
Oh, it's just days.
Yeah.
Nope.
No. Metacritic score 88, and it's something that has slot machines in it.
It looks too old to be Rainbow Six Vegas.
It doesn't look red enough to be Rainbow Six Vegas either.
Red?
Yeah, that game has like a really heavy, like reddish haze on it.
Huh? Why do I not remember that? That's weird.
Like I've actually seen footage of Rainbow Six Vegas recently, so or at least the casino level in it has like a reddish like tint to it because like all the walls and the carpet are red, so it's like the lighting is red because it's all bouncing around the red scene.
Could it be GTA, like a GTA 3 or Vice City or something?
It looks too good to be one of those. Maybe 4.
Or San Andreas?
No, it looks too good to be San Andreas.
Let's try GTA 4 then, I guess. I guess it wants me to type it out.
It's nice that they give you the autocomplete there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Dreamcast.
Shenmue.
Oh, yeah. Shenmue 1 or 2.
As soon as I saw the watch, I was like, oh yeah, it's Shenmue.
That's so funny. Next round. Ooh. Surgeon Simulator?
No. You never see the
Manhunt?
feet. You never see the feet in Surgeon Simulator.
It's probably a horror game by the looks of it, though.
Probably.
Manhunt comes to mind by the color scheme.
Do you ever go to a hospital in Manhunt, though? Isn't that you're just out on the streets?
Yeah, good point. I mean, there might be a morgue in there. I don't know.
Maybe. Condemned? Do you ever go to a morgue in Condemned?
Maybe. Let's try Condemned.
Well, hold on. It would be Condemned. Would it be Condemned 1 or 2? Well, whatever. They both take place on the streets. So, yeah, you could... No. Okay.
84. Huh.
It kind of looks like a 360 era game, though.
Yeah, I don't think Condemned was anywhere near. I'm not much help this time so far.
Yeah,
you're crushing it for me.
This doesn't know. Well, I mean, they gave me Super Mario Brothers 2, a game that I played the shit out of as a kid.
Yeah. I don't recognize this at all.
That kind of looks like it almost looks like a gun in a display case, but no. Oh, I think I know what it is. I think it's like a museum plaque describing an artifact. Like I think the thing on the left is the artifact, and the green thing on the right is like the plaque, like the info. You know how they have those things framed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be. Wait, let's look at that first one again. I was gonna say it might be Uncharted 3.
You want to try that?
I'm not confident, but it's giving me somewhat
84
Uncharted.
sounds like what that would get.
No. A suspicion meter?
Oh.
PS2. Wow, it's PS2. PC, Xbox. It's a pretty good looking game for that. Did that have a suspicion meter?
That kind of looks like the UI from Indigo Prophecy.
Wow. Nice job. Damn.
I'm the graphic designer. I see the UI. I fucking know what I'm... I was right. Oh, no, it's a drafting table. But it is in front of an artifact.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, where they've come to your apartment, where the cops come to your apartment and they're interviewing you. Yeah.
Yeah. After all the weird shit happens in the apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And where they're interrogating you about how you flipped out at the office the other day.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Oh
Oof.
shit. Well, that's not helpful. It looks like something is blurring. Oh no, maybe that's like a pipe or something.
I thought it was a scope.
Oh, it
Like
might
it
be a
was.
scope.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking, what's that Call of Duty game? Is it Call of Duty 4 when you go to the Arctic and you ride the snowmobiles?
Fucking dude. Last Call of Duty game I played was Advanced Warfare with you over a decade ago.
I think it's.
Also, the only war shooter thing whatever that I know of that I remember. Oh, fuck. Does Battlefield Bad Company 2 does that, doesn't it? Or fuck no, am I thinking of I can't they're the same fucking game in my head. I just remember that Battlefield has like really like voluminous dust that gets kicked up whenever you shoot anything.
Yeah, like Black does. Okay.
That's definitely not Call of Duty then.
No. Oh. Oh.
Destiny maybe?
No. Um, Subnautica Below Zero. I'm pretty sure.
There you
Yeah.
go. See, you're pulling your weight. I never would have
Yeah.
gotten that.
Yeah. Yeah. As soon as I was like, wait, snow, and then we're underwater. What game does that? Oh, Subnautica. Yeah.
Oh, it is like a some part of the environment. It's not a rifle scope. Okay.
Yeah. This is a bridge.
Oh.
Yeah. And then you're in like a little submarine.
Yeah, I didn't know you
Yes.
ever went above the water surface in Subnautica, so
Yep. Yep. Both games you go do it. Not a whole lot, but you do. Man, Subnautica. This was a pretty good game, but Subnautica 1 is like it's one of the best games of all time in my opinion. It's so good. Can't wait for number 2. Oh Jesus.
okay, we've got a piece of a UI there, but not enough
Not a
to
good.
determine. It
Not a
also
good piece.
it also looks like there's something happening because there's like motion blur, like maybe the player has
Yeah.
taken a hit or something.
Oh, I think it's Wipeout.
Dude, if you if you're right,
But I mean, which Wipeout game? Like, I have no
well,
fucking
type it
idea.
in and see what comes up.
I mean, there's like 80 Wipeout games.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Wipeout HD's not even in here. That's weird.
Maybe it's Wipeout Pure.
Yeah. Just pick one randomly.
No,
Oh, definitely not.
Mario
It's a tennis
Tennis.
game.
It's Mario Tennis.
75? Really?
I mean,
sure?
that looks like a Mario Tennis ball trail to me.
Must be the most recent one, Aces. Or is it Ultra Smash?
I don't fucking know.
I think Aces was the last one. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it wasn't a good Mario Tennis game. I mean, it was fine, but it yeah, it wasn't great.
I mean, it's tennis, you know.
Yeah. Oh, wrong
For
one.
some reason, we're back here.
It's Banjo Tooie. I think it's either Banjo Tooie or Nuts and Bolts. It's Nuts.
Okay,
and
it's nuts and bolts. Yeah, you had that instantly. You had that as fast as I had Mario 2. Let's do a few more.
Oh yeah, we're not at 10 yet. We still got more. Yeah, this is how I knew.
Okay.
The
I never
note.
played nuts and bolts, so.
Well, it's the same thing in the first 2 games. You're always collecting notes and stuff. Ooh.
I don't know, but it looks like you're pretty high up.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sea of Thieves, because kind of got that art style, but I don't think you
you
go
ever
anywhere
go
near
that high
that
in
high.
Sea of Thieves.
No. I can't think of anything else though. Could just be the angle that it's being taken at.
Yeah, could be. I mean, might as well just guess it and find out.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oof, that is not helpful either.
No.
83 though.
It kind of looks like we've got a bit of UI in the bottom left corner there.
Mm,
A little bit. What's up in the top right? Is that UI?
yeah. It looks like a lock right here.
Yeah, the bottom of a padlock. But what would that be for?
These two art styles don't look the same. Weird.
Ah, man.
Um,
But 83, so it's a well-reviewed game.
the only thing that's coming to mind is like the Hitman games, like Hitman
No.
with a lock. You do go
No,
outside.
This doesn't look like the Hitman art style, though.
Oh,
I don't think so.
I can't think of anything. Nothing else is coming to mind with this art style. It's weird.
I mean, you can guess it if you want, but I don't think that'll be it.
It just gets it unlocks another.
Yeah.
Which Hitman though? Like no idea. Sure.
No.
PC.
Oh.
There's some UI here. 99.
No, that sounds too helpful.
Little flame.
Maybe it's an MMO.
Oh, what's that? There's text right there. Does that text look familiar?
No, it just looks like Times New Roman or something. They
It
really know how to
look-
pick useless parts of the screenshot.
Yeah. It almost looks like mm,
Mm.
PC exclusive. Could be Sons of the Forest. That those trees look kind of older though.
Maybe The Forest?
Could be. Yeah, I don't have anything else that I can think of.
RPG elements open world. Okay. Oh god. Some
Doesn't
kind
look
of
familiar at
Diablo
all.
clone or something.
It does look like they're all kind of isometric views. Wonder if it's not Torchlight.
No. No.
Hmm.
Maybe it's
I
like
don't know.
Gothic or something. Diagonal down. It wouldn't be.
Also, this is a PlayStation controller.
Yeah, but that
UI.
just might mean that it has controller support.
Yeah.
Fucking what's the oh god.
Action diagonal down.
Dungeon
Does that mean
Siege? Maybe
Does
it's
diagonal
Dungeon
down mean isometric view? Is that what it
I
means?
would assume so. Maybe it's like Dungeon Siege 3 or something. That was the last one that came out, right?
Yeah. It's been a while for that one. What the?
Oh Christ, this is gonna be
This might not be something I've played. 2022? Wow, that's an ugly game for 2022. Damn.
maybe it's a MOBA.
If it is, I don't recognize it.
Yeah, I don't know anything about MOBAs. Oh, is this gonna be our first loss?
Oh, no, I don't think it's a MOBA. It said it's an open world game.
Oh, it did, yeah. The fuck
Um,
kind of top-down open world games are there?
And why is there this crosshair looking thing here? Is there another enemy there? No, I don't think so.
Maybe it's like a quick select thing on your D-pad, and that's a UI element that's come up
Yeah.
for.
Could be.
But like the fact that you're like doing damage to like you can see the damage number pop off the enemy.
Yeah. I don't recognize this at all.
Neither do
nothing,
I.
Nothing is 2022 PC exclusive.
Yeah. But it
I
has
mean-
controller support. What the fuck is that?
I can't even think of a guess, let
Yeah,
alone.
neither can I.
2022 PC exclusive.
What the fuck is even PC exclusive in 2022?
Yeah. This might be like an indie game that we've never heard of, but it
Yeah,
got an 84 or
but with
something,
this
right?
level of fidelity?
83%.
Oh man. If I'd ever played this, that UI would have told me what it is. Like that, people
I know.
like that should immediately identify the game, but I don't know what it is. But there's like a bunch of like top down action games, but how many of them are open world?
What was that Vikings game called? Wolves of Midgard. That would be my guess.
Okay.
No. Oh, we have video and a
Holy shit.
developer.
Oh god, the fact that we can't get it with this. Can you zoom in so I can get a better look at this?
No,
Like,
it
is there
doesn't.
like a browser zoom in? There you go. Oh, fuck. Drinking Blood. Vampire.
Oh! It's V Rising.
It's V Rising. Yeah, it's the vampire game.
Yeah. Wow, that was fucking close.
Yeah.
Damn.
I did not know that was an open world game.
Yeah, I've tried to play it a few times on console. It's not amazing.
Oh, so it does have a console version.
Yeah, I think it came out like after.
Okay, well, they do say original platform, not.
Yeah, original platform
so
PC.
it, so it doesn't take into account stuff that it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oof, man. That's the closest we've came.
Yeah, but we still got it.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus. Can you mouse over that again? What does that look like to you? Indicator lights?
No.
It almost looks like Ethernet ports.
It looks like hieroglyphs of some kind, like symbols. And
some kind of like leather bag or something in the grass.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, without any context.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It gets harder as the games get newer.
Yeah.
Because it's like, how many hours did we see those fucking, like, those Mario tiles, right? And those are only in Mario games, but it's like, grass is grass. It's everywhere. It's in every game.
Yeah. I'll just go with Sea of Thieves again. That can be our go-to when we don't know. Ooh, a 76. Okay.
Are you sure it's not Sea of Thieves?
Yeah. Definitely has a Sea of Thieves art style.
Yeah.
But it's not.
That looks like some kind of weapon or effect coming from
76. Oh, no, that would have got lower than a 76. That Lord of the Rings game, Return to Moria, I think it was called. I don't know if you go above ground though. That's the only question. I mean, it's the only guess I have.
Yeah, why not?
We need more. I think it's Return to Moria.
Try Lord of the Rings, Return to Moria. How about
the game was so bad it doesn't even.
How about you just put in Moria?
Oh, you know what? I think it was Middle Earth Return to Moria.
Oh.
Nope. I guess it just doesn't have it in its database. Didn't realize it was that bad, unless I have the name wrong, but.
Try just typing in Moria and seeing if it gives you a suggestion.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't think it's in their database.
Oh, okay, then.
So I can't even guess the game that I thought it was. So it's
Yeah.
not that one. Um, 76.
Yeah.
You know what? Zelda Skyward Sword. Xbox Series P. Also a recent game.
Yeah. And it's on Switch. That looks like a health bar there? Like half a health bar. Like it's been partially
yellow
depleted.
but it's in a weird spot.
Or maybe
so it might be above an enemy or
yeah,
something.
like you just
Yeah.
This
is a weird. Like, what is this view? Is this top down or is this side from side to side?
It looks like the wall of some kind of like island cabin.
I wonder if this is Deco Derico, the one I'm playing.
Oh, maybe.
But I don't remember this here or this.
Yeah.
Like, this looks like a completely different art style.
Yeah. Well, fucking guess it.
How do you spell it? Derico? It might not have it in it. Yeah, I don't think it has it in the... No, it's not in there. I know it's Nikod something, but it's not coming up.
Yeah, you're spelling it right. It's not in there.
Oh. I don't think it's Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, but it might be. Give it a try. It is a Metroidvania, apparently.
Okay.
Oh, it could be that Tales of Kanzera Zhao game.
Maybe.
I don't recognize this at all.
Neither do I.
Yeah. Yay!
Hey!
Look at that. Oh, wow. Yeah, they were super zoomed in.
Holy
it was over
shit.
here.
Oh, it was like was that like a sword he's holding in the second screenshot?
No, it's an aiming reticle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because it's a side-scrolling Metroidvania.
Okay.
Yeah. I never beat it. It was kind of enjoyable. How many was that? Let's see. So 2 more. Oh, Jesus. What's with the grass, guys? Fuck off. It's old. Look at those trees. That's N64 style trees right there.
No,
or GameCube, maybe.
Yeah, maybe GameCube. The cliffs are too nice. Maybe it's the fucking Pokemon games that everybody bitched about for having bad graphics on the Switch.
It could be. I was also thinking, well, no. Yeah, it definitely gives off Switch vibes because, like, look how empty the world is.
Yeah. Like Pokemon Legends Arceus, maybe?
No.
Okay, but I'm still getting Pokemon vibes from it.
Yeah, me too. I'm still getting Pokemon vibes.
What were the
Sword and Shield?
No, it wasn't Sword and Shield that people were complaining about. I don't think it was Scarlet and Violet, I think.
Yeah, that was it, yeah. Pokemon Scarlet. No. Whoa, that's definitely not.
Oh, that's Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh,
Fighters with a Z. There you go.
Nice. Let me see that first screenshot.
It's in the background.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, then this. Yeah. That's so funny. They're like, what's the most hard position we could put this in? Why didn't you just put it here in the fucking brick? We just look at some brown nothingness.
Well, the thing is, if they'd put those bricks, I might have thought of it, because, like, that's the arena that Cell makes for the Cell games.
Oh, my God. All right, last round. Here we go. Oh, my God.
Fuck off.
What the hell?
That's nothing.
This is a box of nothing. There's something in the bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah,
but...
maybe.
Oh.
If you tell me you know what this is.
I think it might be Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
No, okay.
No, thank God.
So I thought it was those shadow levels where you're like running across. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Now that looks like something out of a Zelda game.
Oh, yeah, it could be Link's. Oh no, it's got a 78. There's no way.
Yeah, okay. It'll definitely have a higher rating than that.
Yeah, because I was gonna say maybe Link Between Worlds or Link's Awakening remake, but there's no way they got 78. I don't know what we're looking at. That's the problem.
Well, it's a pedestal of some kind, but is it a pedestal where you, because it looks like it's got a slot for you to put pieces in for solving a puzzle. You know what I mean? Like you find the 6 stone tablets or some shit.
Could be Oceanborn.
Yeah, could be.
It's a Zelda-like.
Yeah,
It's not terrible. Got nothing else.
Wait, isn't it Ocean Horn?
Oh yeah.
There you go.
No, Linux, PC, PS4, Xbox One. Wow, this is also not a helpful screenshot.
Yeah, and I'm still getting kind of like Zelda-ish vibes off of it.
Yeah.
Linux.
Agreed.
Interesting. Now, that would have to mean that it's native Linux, right? Because like you can run all sorts of stuff on Linux through Proton. That's how the Steam Deck works.
Yeah, I think the original platform says Linux, and it had to be built for it.
Who the fuck is making games natively for Linux and like as part of its original release and not a port years later?
And it would have been within the last 14 years, 15 years.
It's on Linux, but it's not fucking on Mac or Switch.
Yeah.
Can you zoom in on that little white doodad? Is that like a character or?
I think it's smoke, but I don't know.
I was trying to, because it kind of looks like a person sitting to me, but
yeah, like that looks like hair.
Yeah. Well, it's something with a cartoonish art style. The Linux is throwing me off because it's like that should make it really easy to guess, but actually makes it harder. What the fuck is natively on Linux?
Yeah, I mean, it can't be something from like a big publisher. They don't make Linux games.
No.
It's got to be something like more indie. But it's got a 78%.
Yeah, so it did decently.
What the hell is this game? I'm trying to think of even a guess.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, I can't tell. It'd be nice if you could get rid of their overlay.
Yeah. Oh.
You can. But it's still... Oh. Well, that's better, but not great.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
I
don't even know what to guess. Sea of Thieves. That's the one thing we know it can't be.
This torch looks so familiar.
It might be like a common asset though from like a Unity asset store or something, so that might be why.
Well, Sea of Thieves it is. Because we have nothing else. So.
We won't even spell it correctly. Fuck you.
What
fuck. I don't know what that is. Wait.
An action RPG platformer.
Wait.
There's like it's got like a cartoon art style.
Wait. Try Indivisible.
Oh yeah, I know that game. Nice. Okay, well the first screenshot was complete bullshit.
Fuck you.
God,
That's
where was this
absurd.
one? Where the hell was this one? I don't even know where in the image
Yeah,
this
that's
was.
not the same screenshot. What the fuck? But
Yeah,
we've
no, I
seen
don't
this
think it
happen
is.
before, where sometimes the screenshot they show is not the one that they showed. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's not screenshot 4. That was screenshot 3.
Where was this one? Oh yeah, this one was here.
Yeah.
Uh oh
I
no. Oh no. Here's the torches.
Oh, okay, yeah. I really wanted it's the puff of air as she jumps off the ground, or the dust. I really wanted to like this game,
Yeah, me too.
but there was something about it that just I wasn't feeling.
Me too. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. The one with the little temple is. It doesn't seem to be here.
Yeah, it's a shame because like I really liked Valkyrie Profile. I liked both of those games, and this is basically I don't know if you ever played Valkyrie Profile, but this is a spiritual successor to Valkyrie Profile. This is people
Gotcha.
who really liked that game saying, "Hey, nobody's made one of those games in a while. We're gonna make one."
Fair. Just
Because
like Nico Derrico.
it's got like the exact same combat style.
Yeah, I played
But
a little bit of it. It was on Game Pass, I think.
yeah, I couldn't. And it probably gets better once you unlock a bunch of characters and get like more turns in battle because they have like stamina points.
Yep.
But it just the beginning was such a slog for me. I just
Yep.
could not get into it.
I agree. Well, there you have it, folks. Another 10 rounds of screenshot scope in the bag. I will stop my screen share, close that down, and that ends another exciting episode of Press Pause, a gaming podcast.
Indeed.
If you want to reach me, I am at TJ-Leo on BlueSky.
I'm at Ninjas on BlueSky.
And if you want to email us, it's co.op.podcasts@gmail.com. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, and check out the last episode of Press Pause, a gaming podcast. If you missed it, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. All that good stuff. We'll be back next week, potentially with an extra. That's the goal.
Maybe.
And with a normal episode.
Hooray.
As always, can't wait to play this again. It's very fun.
Mm-hmm.
Hurts my brain a little bit, but
It was
it's
challenging,
enjoyable.
but we still got them all.
Yeah, we still have a 100% success
We have an
rate.
unbroken record so far.
Undefeated.
That's
20 for
gonna
20.
fuck us over next week.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to get a game eventually that we've never played or never heard of. It's going to
So
happen.
I have a question right before we end here.
Yes, sir.
It says we have 2 people participating and 1 in the audience. What does that mean?
We may have had a buddy of mine listening in live.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah. He's he was, I don't know if he was bored or if he just wanted to listen in. But
I would say, how dare you broadcast my voice to someone without my permission? But it's like, this is a podcast.
It's gonna go VOD anyway.
It's yeah. You explicitly have my permission by me being here. It's not like I wandered in by accident.
Nope. Yeah, he joins us for the wrestling show as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, mysterious person. You. I am talking to you now. I'm pointing. You can't see it, but I am pointing at something.
There is a live stream chat in there. If he wants to reply. But yes, that is Press Pause Gaming Podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for participating.
What if he types like a last message on like the second before we go out instead of me?
It only appears in the chat. It doesn't appear on the recording.
So it'll be completely unknown. He could type anything, and the recording will be stopped before we could react to it. So he could say the most heinous shit imaginable, and we wouldn't be able to comment on it.
I'm waiting for him. He's going to say something.
He could sneak that shit in under the radar.
He's too nice of a guy. I don't think he'll say anything hateful. No.
If it was me, it would just be something like
balls.
Poopsicle. Butt trophy. Which I guess a poopsicle could technically be considered.
Anal pickle. There you go.
All right.
You see, he said something nice. All right, this has been Press Pause Gaming Podcast.
Wait, he did? I don't see it.